Hey everybody, welcome to an episode of the Daily D. I don't know how to title today's episode, but I'm going to share with you some thoughts and hopefully make sense to you. So, I constantly surf Facebook. I don't know about you. And social media platforms. I primarily use Facebook, but there's obviously other ones. And as I scroll through them, I always, encounter, things that people are doing, right? That's really why we get on Facebook, by the way, just to see what the world's doing. And depending on your motivation, sometimes things maybe piss you off. Some make you happy, some make you sad. It's an emotional roller coaster, if you will, on a news feed. And one of the things that I've started to really be aware of is, and I've always known this, but it's just becoming more true as I get older, is that many people tie their happiness or success to a thing that they get, to something that they grab or keep. For an example, somebody would tie their success to a new car or to a home or a new apartment, a watch, a PlayStation. So many people tie their happiness to an actual thing. And so because they have that thing or they got that thing, they think they're so happy. I mean, it's pretty much instant though, because it's not something that they could be happy about forever. Like a car, for an example, you could be happy about your car for only so long until it breaks down, right? Or you could be happy about your house until you say, hey man, this house needs a lot of work, or I need a bigger home, or whatever. Like, you can only be so happy, but people only brag about the things that they get. um, and because they do that, they're really tied to materialistic things. And I'm a pretty materialistic person, by the way. I'm not saying that I don't like nice things and that I don't buy things, but I would tell you that I don't tie my happiness to the things that I get. I think the things that I collect or buy or invest in are the result of the things that I do. Like, I'm not the guy that's going to say, well, I deserve to have these things, right? I would say that maybe I deserve some things, but I don't deserve more than I should need. I just want it because, well, it shows me, and it gives me an indicator of the things that I've worked, or let me rephrase that. It indicates to me that I'm doing something right, that I can afford to do better, that I can afford to do more. It's a really good indicator. Now, some people, for an example, somebody who has poor credit. If you know somebody who has poor credit, that's a pretty good indicator that they live outside of their means. And the moment that they can buy something they can't afford, and somebody's willing to lend them the money to do it, they'll do it, right? Because they can't afford it, but they know that if they could do it, they would do it, right? Because everybody says, I'd buy a new house if I had better credit. I'd buy a nice car if I had better credit. I'd do so much if I had better credit. Well, having better credit's not the problem. It's really what you tie your value to. Now, it comes even more apparent when I start seeing people who should be focusing on one thing but focus on something else. Like, for an example, somebody who's focusing on fixing up their home right now as opposed to fixing up their body. Or somebody who's focused on buying presents for everyone else except for showing up for their own life, their own relationship, presents. See, they would much rather tie their happiness to things that they can purchase or get than who they are becoming. You see, I believe that we become what we think about all the time. And if I just think about getting things, then I'm not really focused on me. I'm focused on everything else outside of me. I focus on my health every single day, even though it's a constant battle with nutrition, a constant battle of, do I want to get up? Should I get up? It's a constant, never ending battle. But what good is having a big home and, living in a nice neighborhood and driving a nice car and having a beautiful family if you can't enjoy it? You know, you could be happy in the outside, but what about happiness inside? What about the fulfillment? What about health? What about the internal wealth? A lot of people forget to tie their happiness to that. And I see it every day. I'll give you an example. Somebody who I met recently has lost their job a few months ago, and fortunate for them, they were working for a company for a long time, so they built up a very good retirement savings account. And that retirement savings account, I don't know how much it was. I just know it's enough. Was pretty much the savior when they got laid off, because obviously This person, obviously this person's been putting away for a long time, and this person also was a leader in the organization. So because they were a leader, they actually made decent money, and because they made decent money, they have nice things and things like that. And I heard this person tells me they get laid off, and I said, "Oh man, I'm so sorry to hear that. And if there's anything I can do, if there's an opportunity you're looking for that I can afford to help you with, I would love to." And the pretty much the response was, "Oh, okay, thanks." And I ran into this person again a few weeks later, even a month later. I said, "Hey man, how things going? How's the job hunting going?" And he says, "Well, I'm just gonna take a few months off and just enjoy life." I'm thinking in my mind, okay, maybe he's gonna get his health right, because maybe he's not in great health, or maybe he's gonna get his relationship right, or maybe he's gonna do some great things. I don't know, right? But I do know, that recently I saw that this person was remodeling their home, purchasing new cars, probably spending money on other things that I can't visibly see. But and all I could think in my mind was, why is this person focused on the external when they need to focus on the internal? Why is somebody focusing on buying things or fixing things when really the thing that's not working is no income? You don't. Life is going to be tough, and life isn't about just enjoyment, pure enjoyment. I mean, you can enjoy what you do, but there's going to be difficult times, and when the times get difficult, you got to get strong. You don't give up. You don't retreat. You don't say, "I'm going to relax." You go harder. Like, when times get tough, you just go harder. Yesterday I was sitting down at the end of the day. It was like 6:30, and I'm really beat up. I mean, my mind is just brutally beat, and I've been going really. I can't say. I always say I go hard, but these last few weeks have been mentally tough on me. I'm usually a pretty strong person, but they've been super mentally tough, and it's just a lot of different dimensions of business for me that I'm focused on right now. And there's nothing wrong with it, by the way. I never want to wish that I didn't have it. I'm just telling you, it's been really tough on me. And I really was getting down about it. I said, what do I need to do? How can I figure this out? Like, right, what's going on? And it dawned on me like a little later yesterday evening, which was, tough people get really far in life. Tough people. And those who can't handle pressure just don't handle it. I used to tell that to my team all the time. When somebody quits, I always tell them, diamonds are formed under pressure. Diamonds are formed under pressure. They're not formed through some lab, although they could be. That's called, liposuction. That's called gastric bypass. That's called cosmetic surgery. That's factory created diamonds. You know what I mean? That's factory created. Diamonds, real diamonds, truly, truly beautiful diamonds are created through extreme pressure. And I had forgotten that. And yesterday at evening, I was just kind of thinking to myself, gosh, David, you can be a little upset. You can be frustrated. You could say you're stressed. You can say what's going on. But really, the honest truth here is that you need to take this pressure, and you need to take it on. You can't shy away from it. You can't delegate it. You can't manipulate it. What you need to do is just take it head on. You need to be more focused today than you were yesterday. You need to say you want more pressure. You need to accept that whatever you're going through, the reason that you're having a challenge is because, well, you've never been here before. And because you've never been here before, you need to step up, learn something, and get shit done. That's what I told myself last night. Now, how does this relate to my thoughts here? If I didn't get up every day and work on my health, then what would happen is I'd probably get a heart attack. I'd probably die, because my body has to be prepared for what my mind's about to do some days. Usually I say the body's got to be ready for what the mind's about to do, or no, I'm sorry, the mind has to get ready for what the body's about to do. But today I'll tell you the opposite. And I just can't tell you how many people don't focus on them, and they focus on everyone else. Everybody else's happiness. They want to buy their kids a PS5, but they don't want to join a gym. They don't want to take a personal training class. They don't want to read a book. They don't want to invest in themselves. They'd much rather invest in some physical or something. They'd much rather repair their house than go back to school. They'd much rather buy a new car, right, than join the coaching program. They'd much rather eat the pizza, right? Eat the pizza. And there's nothing wrong with pizza. I love pizza, but they'd much rather eat the pizza, right? And worry about diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, right? Than just eating a salad or going for a walk. I mean, honestly, you don't even need to eat as good as you probably think you do if you just got some exercise in your life. If you just went walking every night. If you just pumped your heart, you know? So many people go through such difficult times because they just can't physically handle it, because their body can't, their heart can't, their spirit is broken, and they tie it to physical things. You know, I'm always going to want nice things in my life. That's for damn sure. I know that. But I'm never going to take a nice thing and say, "Gosh, David, you know, let me sacrifice my health, let me sacrifice my career so that I can enjoy these nice things." That's not what I want to do. I want to be able to continue to push forward so that when I get the nice thing, I say, "Gosh, this is awesome. And thank God I worked so hard to get here. But you know what? I got to go work harder because I got to pay this thing off. I got to work harder because I got to invest in this. I got to buy that. I got to send my kids here. I got to do this." You know, every time I think about the things that I'm not having in life or getting in the results that I want, I constantly think about why I am not good enough. Why am I not prepared enough? Why am I not smart enough? That's what I think about. And so many people just hit the pressure and say, "Nah, you know what? I'm just going to go back home. It's easy to watch Netflix." You know, when you have poor health, for an example, and I love talking about health, not because I'm a health addict, not because I'm in such great shape. I don't think that. It's just the one thing I know ties to everything. I know your health ties to your confidence. I know your health ties to the ability to work hard. I know your health ties to your ability to think. I know your health ties to the ability to perform. I know your health ties to your relationship. The better that I feel, the better I can give to my wife. The better I look, the more my wife's attracted to me. You see, that really works. So here's the moral of the story. I know I've been rambling for a long time, and I just had some things on my heart here because, you know, some people, I hate to say that I know what's good for people because I don't want to be that judgmental. I don't want to be that arrogant. But I'll tell you this, man. If you think you're happy with life right now, like if you're happy with what you have and where you're at, and that's it, like you're done, then give up. You know, go lay in a corner, hide in the dark, quit your job, go on food stamps, welfare, do something, right? Whatever. See, I'm not happy. I'm satisfied with the results that I've performed to today, but I am not happy with what I can have because I know I can do so much more. And I want more. You see, I'm not after money. I'm not after money. And I hope you're not either. I'm after good health. I'm after a beautiful relationship. I'm after a beautiful family. I'm after experiences. I'm after the things that money can't buy. That's what I'm after. And because I pursue those things, money will come to me. That's all I see. I'm never going to say, "I'm happy being broke." Bullshit. I don't know a happy broke person. And if they are, they're naive and they have not figured out that when one financial tragedy hits their family, they're gone. That one health issue happens and they're gone. That one trial or tribulation that they can't afford to cover, they're gone. So why not? God didn't put us on this earth to be mediocre or average. He put us on this earth to be great. So let's go out and be great. I know this was a long video and probably a lot of rambling, but I'm telling you here today, life is whatever we make of it. And stop thinking so materialistic. Stop thinking about things and start thinking about you. Start working on yourself, not your house. Start upgrading you, not your car, right? Start investing in you. I wish you nothing but health, wealth, success, but most importantly, freedom. Thanks, guys.